You know, it's been about, I would say, a little over 3 years since I quit drinking. Um, I used to be a raging alcoholic. And when I tell people that now, they didn't know me before, and I tell them that they don't even believe me. But I used to drink a 30 pack of beer at night, 30 pack plus actually. You know, sometimes it'd be more, sometimes it'd be less. Um, but yeah, I mean, for like 2 years straight, every single day, I found a way to get it, and I would put myself in dangerous situations to get it. But one day, I just decided I was done, and I quit and switched over to my harm reduction strategy, which is cannabis, smoking weed, 420, and whether it be, one of these little guys, or out of my bowl here, my pipe. It's legal here in New York State, thank God, and I love it. It has saved my life. Weed saved my life, and if I would have kept drinking, I'd be dead right now. You wouldn't be getting, you wouldn't be seeing this face. I'd be long gone. But you know, um, the past 3 years have been amazing. I've gotten my clarity back. I've gotten my memory back. I've gotten cognitive functions back. Things that I was struggling with when I was drinking every day. I did, let's see, I believe it was 2 stunts and detox and 2 times rehab as well. Um, Never completely quit drinking right after rehab or detox. I just decided one day enough is enough, and I just cut it out completely. And at first, it was the hardest thing in the world. It was tough. You know. I also used to smoke cigarettes a lot. Um, but 3 months after I quit drinking, I quit smoking cigarettes, and now I vape, but it's a lot safer. It's a lot more healthy. I can breathe better. I can smell things again. I can taste things again. It's good. So, man, but I was a real wreck. I gotta say. I mean, I was so aggressive. I was so angry at the world for no reason too. I had no real reason to be angry. I have a pretty decent life. I'm pretty, fortunate. So, uh, I don't know why I was so angry, but there's that. But yeah, I used to drink so much and just stumble around. I would black out regularly, wake up the next day, learn that I got into a fight with somebody, not remembering a word of it. I'd punch people. And I'd wake up with a black eye, not remembering that I punched someone, they punched me back, and shit like that. It's been the worst kind of roller coaster. It's it's not fun to be in that situation. I don't think it ever is. You know, it, I know that there's a lot of people out there that have no problem. They can drink alcohol and be fine, and no problems whatsoever, but I am not one of those people. I have what you call an allergy to alcohol. If I drink it, I don't stop drinking it until I pass the fuck out. That's how I used to be. But with the help of cannabis being legalized in my state, and even before it was legal, I would, I'd find it on the streets, but it'd be a lot more expensive. Now it's way more affordable. It's way cheaper. So, I mean, it's a great thing. It's so much safer than alcohol. I mean, I'll tell you what. There have been times where I blacked out drunk, woken up in a police cell, like a jail cell. And I don't remember how I got there. I'll tell you one thing. That's never happened with me smoking weed. Ever. I've never gotten into a fight. Never really even gotten into an argument before, ever since I started smoking weed. Like, it's taken all the confrontation out of me, it's taken all the anger out of me, it's taken all the mental issues off, Just, I used to be so delusional when I would drink. I would think the weirdest shit, like people are out to get me, and I would be paranoid, delusional. None of that anymore, I know some people, when I smoke weed, I get paranoid, but not me. I've never had that problem, luckily, because I hear it's kind of a common one, but a lot of people shy away from weed because of that, but there's no need to be paranoid when you're smoking weed anymore, because it's legal. The only thing I would have been paranoid about is the cops, catching me, which wouldn't have been a big deal anyway, but I'm happy to say I've never gotten caught with weed, ever, while it was illegal in this state. But now it's legal, so, you can get all kinds of weed products for super cheap, and it's way better. It's much, much better than drinking alcohol, you hear stories all the time about people, oh, they got drunk and did this and did that, and now they're in all kinds of trouble, and it's nothing but problems, I'm probably one of those, few people in a minority here who would love to bring back prohibition, you legalize weed, you outlaw alcohol, this world will be a much safer, happier place, in my opinion. Because, there's a strain out there for everybody, Alcohol, it's not for everybody. Okay, marijuana's not really for everybody as well, but, 90-95% of people, they respond to it just fine. It calms them down, it helps them focus, it helps them relax. So, and that's all you need, isn't it? You don't really need much else, I don't, I went through a little time when I was drinking where I would experiment with illegal substances as well, I did a little bit of, a little bit of that methamphetamine, a little bit of that, cocaine, a little bit of crack, crack and cocaine. Never liked any of it. My thing was drinking and smoking weed, but I could never find weed when it was illegal. Here, so I would always, turn to alcohol because you can go to any store and find it. It's so easy to get in New York State, And now they've legalized weed, and it's way easier to get that now. So, problem solved. For people in my boat, people like me, it really works. It really works. I noticed 6 months to a year in, I stopped craving the alcohol. I stopped having nightmares about me drinking and doing stupid shit. Man, I've done really dumb shit. Really dumb shit drunk. Practically ruined my whole fucking life. Luckily, I have a partner who's very patient and stuck by me the entire time and forgave me. So I'm very lucky for that. And a lot of people don't get that. So I am grateful. But just looking back, 3 years ago I was a monster. I was a drunken fool. To put it lightly. I was just a complete mess. Didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I was lost, lost in the sauce, as they say. But there was a point where I was so consistently drunk, I did not know if I was awake or dreaming. I really thought I would have a dream that somebody told me something, and then the next day I'd ask them about it, and they said they didn't tell me that. And I'd be like, oh, that was my dream. And I couldn't tell the difference because everything was so foggy, And it takes a really, really bad toll on your mental health, your emotional health as well. But mostly your mental health, just, I don't know, it makes you think things that just aren't true, things that couldn't even happen. Like, well, maybe they could, but like a 0.0.1% chance, like just tiny amount. But you always think it's going to happen. You always catastrophize. You always think, oh God, this is the end of the world. Someone's going to kill me. I'm going to die. Whatever. And it's just all. It's crazy. It's craziness. Because you hear yourself say these delusions and you really believe them at the time. And you look back on it once you're sober and you're like, what the hell was I thinking? What the hell was I, what? It makes no sense. So, but cannabis, that's been my thing. That's been my crutch. Not so much crutch, but it's been my kind of, my harm reduction, is what they call it in counseling. Harm reduction strategy. And I hope that, some alcoholics out there that are trying to quit drinking, maybe move to a state where weed's legal, try some different strains, see if you can't find the right one. It worked for me. Weed's always been my friend, so can't speak for everybody, but for me, I'm a stoner through and through, and that's probably never going to change. But anyways, that's about it. See you in the next one. Peace.